Troy was built by the gods, and they love our city.
But now our city is tarnished.
We are defeated, destroyed.
Troy has fallen to ash.
A wooden horse spilled men and swords.
Our homes are battered.
Our temples are burned.
After 10 years of fighting, the war is finally over.
But Troy has lost.
Together, Hera and Athena gutted our city, leaving it in ruins.
Now the Greeks sit at our shore, waiting for the right wind to bring them home.
They will hold their children.
They will embrace their wives.
And we will be their slaves.
There is Hecuba, for those who care to look. She cries. Her husband is dead. Her sons are dead. Her brothers are dead. Her daughter Polyxena is dead, but she doesn't know yet. All she has left is her daughter Cassandra, who's gone mad. Soon, Cassandra will be taken from her, forced to slavery in Agamemnon's bed. Goodbye, Troy. If not for Athena, you'd still stand tall, composed of solid stone.
I know we have warred Poseidon, but these events are behind us. Please, Uncle, hear me out.
What is it?
Something that is very close to both of our hearts.
Did Zeus say something?
No. I want your help. For Troy.
Troy is defeated.
Will you help me?
I'll help you because you're my niece. But what is it? Why now are you helping the Trojans?
They desecrated my temple. Those men violated Cassandra in my sacred place. Their war left it in ruins, and the Greeks didn't bat an eye.
You helped them destroy Troy.
And with your help, they'll suffer for it.
How?
When the Greeks sail home from Troy, Zeus will create a horrible storm in the sky, thunder, lightning, and you'll make the waves tower above their ships with vicious currents dragging the soldiers to their deaths. Together, you'll destroy them, and the Greeks will learn not to cross the Olympians.
Done. Go to Olympus, and when you see them on the water, I will begin.
You wretch, get up. Look. The Troy I see before me is no longer Troy, and I am no longer its queen. I am consumed with misery. My homeland is gone, my children are gone, my husband gone. And you too, ancestral glory, you added up to what? To nothing. All I can do is lie here on this hard bed, crushed beneath the crushing weight of destiny. Look where I've come to, where I sit here by the tents of Agamemnon. I am a slave, my head shaved to the very bone, and my Troy burns, swallowed up in flame. You daughters of Troy, come, let us weep. I'll cry the loudest, though my song is not the same as it once was.
Hecuba, what's the reason for your shrill cries?
Don't you see? The Greeks are moving to their ships.
Has the time come for us to be taken?
I don't know. I can only guess what's next.
Sisters, come out. The Greeks are getting ready to go home.
Wait, don't let Cassandra out. She isn't well. Oh, Troy. Unhappy Troy, your time is over. Those who leave you are more unhappy, the living and the dead alike.
We've rushed from Agamemnon's tents to hear you, my queen.
Have the Greeks decided to kill us?
We'll learn any moment now. Whose slave shall I be? Shall I be a guard? A nursemaid to their children? I, who was once the queen of Troy?
Never again will I lead the whirling shuttle over my Trojan loom.
Never again will I see my parents' home.
I see our city for the last time now, know that we have even greater suffering in store.
Dragged to some Greek's bed, or bent under the weight of water will be forced to draw.
Look how he marches.
You know me, Queen. I am a messenger from the Greeks.
My women, this is what we have feared.
It has been decided who you will go with.
Where will we be sent?
Across Greece. You are not leaving together.
Where will we be sent? Where? My daughter, my Cassandra, where is she going?
She was chosen to be Agamemnon's prize.
What, to serve his wife? My daughter, a slave to Helen's sister?
No, to the king's bed.
A priestess of Apollo?
He loves her for that same holiness. Is she not lucky that the king has chosen her?
What about my child whom you took from me just now?
Who are you talking about?
Polixena! Where is she? Who is she with? What will happen to her?
She is with no one. She is taken care of, watching Achilles' tomb.
Watching a tomb? What do you mean? Tell me,
Peace! She has nothing to fear.
What do you mean? Is she safe?
I mean that she has been assigned her place, and therefore will do nothing else.
What about Andromache, wife of my Hector? Where will she go?
Paris, Achilles' son, has claimed her.
And what about me? Whose slave am I, fallen from queendom?
You will be sent to Odysseus, king of Ithaca.
Oh, gods, weep for me, my women. Weep for your queen, gone to a pitiless and deceitful man.
At least you know your fate.
I don't know where I will go.
What will become of me?
I must go see Cassandra, to take her to the king.
Aye!
What does that sound?
It's her. Worry not, there is no danger. Only my child, Cassandra, wild with the breath of the god.
Lifted high, oh, I bear the flame to God. I praise his name, Apollo. With this light I bless this sanctuary. Blessed is he that shall be wed, and blessed am I, away from home a bride, to lie with a king in a king's bed. Mother, why are you crying? Surely for Troy and a father dead. But me, I leave Troy in garlands, so I bear my torch and dance on this, my last night of maidenhood. Father always wished for me to be married, and now he shall have it. I dance like the clouds do over this ground in which he lies, happy beneath the sun. Apollo, is it you? I bear you still. Hold this fire up to heaven. Come to me now. Gods above, I bear the flame to heaven. Apollo, come to me. Now! Show me! Show me! Am I still alone? I laugh, mother, come and dance with me. I sing the wedding song and I dance to the gods. I sing to him loud and I sing to him long. I sing to the gods a song of pride, and I cry, cry when the song fails. Oh, for the joy of a bride! Women bedecked in the golden splendor of Troy cry for him, for that man who is doomed to be lord of me!
Hold her, Hecuba!
She will go to the Greek ships.
What your father and I wished for you is not this, Cassandra. Married at the point of bloody spears to a cruel Greek king. Give me that flame. Stop singing. This is the time for bridal cries.
Oh, mother, fill my hair with flowers and send me off. Yes, and if I stop in fear, then force me forward. So go I, the prophetess, a bloodier bride than even Helen to Agamemnon, the high king of Greece. I will kill him, mother. I will kill him, destroy his blood-drenched house with fire as he did ours. My brothers and my father will win again. Oh, I cannot tell it all. The axe that falls, that kills me, that kills more than me. The murder that brings the whole house of Atreus, the house of Agamemnon, down, 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 down. No! I will show you. Even our Troy is happier now than the merry Greeks. Apollo is in me, but I will hold him back. For one love, one woman's beauty, their wise king chased Helen to our shores. Such a high king betrayed love for the hate of war, gave up to his brother his own child, his daughter and his joy sacrificed to the bloodlust of war. And for what? For a woman who ran, and would run forever if she could. And then, days and weeks, months and years, thousands of young men living only to fight and die on the fields of Troy. Why? Each of those men, no one had challenged them. They were never wronged. And those whom Ares put in the ground never saw their children. Their wives did not gently and lovingly wrap them in shrouds. But by fellow soldiers were they burned and buried in this cold foreign earth to lie dead. And at home, their lonely wives and aging fathers await husbands and sons who will never return. They will never see the graves of their men, never pour libations and mourn over them. This is what the conquering Greeks have won. But our strong Trojan men fought and died in glory to defend their home. When war raged around us, the dead were brought by friends into the safety of our walls. They were shrouded and buried by those who loved them, and love them still. And the living spent their nights in their homes with their children and wives. So lived my brothers, and so they died. Not alone and joyless like the Greeks. Cities fly from war, but if it comes to your high gates, there is glory in death for he who fights for his home, for she who defends her people. So, Mother, do not pity our dead. Do not pity Troy, or me, the bride. This bride will rain hell down upon him who has done this!
I swear, if Apollo had not made you crazy, those words, your threats on Agamemnon, to kill my general, would not have been taken lightly. Of all the most mighty of kings, this high son of Atreus chose this mad maiden of all of these women. By the gods above, I would not even touch her hand. Look, I see that your threats are empty, and you do not mean the words you say, your praises of Troy, or your hateful shamings of the Greeks. I will look past this. Walk with me to Agamemnon in peace. Allow my general to be content with his bride. You will go to Odysseus' ship when you are given the word. A wise queen would go to serve, to be gentle, as the Ithacans say.
Voices of death. These weak men serve hateful kings. No questions, no questions. What? My mother going to Odysseus? And what of my words? You listen to the high Agamemnon, but not to me. I speak from the gods. Great Apollo told me my mother will die in Troy. No more. No more. Ah, the fire of Apollo! Oh, you burn me! No, no, why tell them before they go? Their wise tactician doesn't know what woes lie ahead of him. Our tears will soon be his. 10 years gone by with no sight of home, and now 10 years again. His ship will wreck in a storm sent by the gods. No! Why should I waste my breath on Odysseus? Stop! Why should I say more? I will go, and I will lie beside my bridegroom, the cursed house of Atreus, of Agamemnon, that brought this terror down on Troy. King Agamemnon, you think you are so fortunate now, but soon you will be dust, buried deep in the earth. All that is waiting for you is darkness. A blow! And you fall, naked, on the marble and the blood. The blood. It's everywhere. It's on me! A figure lies next to you in that terrible darkness. It's me. I lie beside my bridegroom. A crime on Apollo's chosen! The gods will avenge it!
She's mad!
It is the voice of the god.
Here, oh my wreaths, garlands of my god. Apollo, begone! I tear the wreaths of my god off of me. Out they go with the wind. Apollo, I return them to you while I'm still pure, still clean. Oh gods, oh Apollo, the light that leads me. Where is the ship? I will go before the sails rise and catch the wind. The wind, it comes quick. Farewell, my dear mother. Please do not cry. Oh, my city, my beautiful Troy, my brothers, my father, all dead. I am with you. Yes, I will join you, and I will shine with a fire that will burn down those who have slain us!
Cuba! Is no one going to lift her? Help!
No! Leave me! I don't want your help. It's nothing to me. No wonder I faint. Everything we've gone through, and it's still not over. Oh, gods! Of course, the gods are nowhere to be seen as soon as they're needed. But what can we do but call for them? Still, I'll sing about a happier time. This might be my last chance.
I'm driven away from Troy, my home like an animal, sent with the Greeks.
Oh, how we suffer.
We cry the same sorrow. Oh, how we suffer.
Cry for your queen, fallen.
For our city, great Troy, fallen from greatness into the deep darkness of night and devoured by flame.
Oh, Zeus!
He has forsaken Troy.
My child, Troy is gone.
Yes, the mighty power of Troy, our wealth, our people, our children, gone.
My own children, gone. My daughter stolen and my son's dead.
Oh, my Hector, my love.
He's dead. Gone among the shadows and shades of Hades. Hector, my child, my firstborn, my flesh and blood, alive no more, but another shadow of the dark and silent underworld, to whom you cry your futile tears.
My love, my husband, I dream of your arms around me once more, for you to hold our Astyanax to meet your child, even just one time, and shield us from the wrath of the Greeks.
Not even the songs of Orpheus could bring him back. He's in the underworld with his father. Oh, Priam, husband of mine, whom one day I shall see once more in the quiet of death. A great king gone with his city.
All this is the fault of Paris, your son. He brought down Troy's high walls and strong towers from his cursed bed. For the sake of his lust, he left men to bleed on Greek swords. For Helen's famed beauty, he bound Troy to slavery. Hecuba, do you see what has become of our great city?
Oh, woe of Troy!
The gods who once supported us have struck us down.
My child and I are being traded away.
It's a horrible thing to be so powerless. Just now, men took my Cassandra. I could do nothing. I couldn't protect my child, and I don't even know where Polyxena is.
Polyxena? Oh, Hecuba. I saw her slain across Achilles' tomb, a gift to the dreamless dead.
My child. Oh, my little girl, my Polyxena. Alcibiades told me, but I didn't understand.
She was brought from the chariot.
The flash of the knife.
Her blood spilt across the stones.
Stillness.
The silence.
Cries.
I wept over her dead limbs and mourned for her.
Oh, my dear Polyxena. How cruelly you've been killed. I weep for you, my daughter.
She is dead now. And as terrible as it is, she is luckier to be dead. She doesn't have to bear our misery.
Death can never be better than life. In death, there is nothing, but in life, there is always a glimmer of hope.
My queen and my mother, listen to me. It is better to die as Polyxena, quickly, and then have everything over, than to live as we do now, full of grief and sorrow. The dead feel no pain. They don't worry and can't dwell on how they have been wronged. But for those who live, who are dragged from their homes, the lives we knew destroyed, we feel that pain. The dead's suffering has ended. Your daughter lies now as if she were never born and knows nothing of the lust and hatred that killed her. I wanted happiness, and I found it with Hector and our family. But now, all is gone. My happiness is gone. Soon I'll be taken to Achilles' son. He chose me. His father killed my Hector, and he chose me to serve in the house of my beloved's killer. How am I expected to forget Hector, to open my heart to this new master? I can't betray my love in death. But should I shrink away from Pyrrhus, the wrath I'll face in that foreign land? I am a slave. And I've heard what they say. One night makes a woman tame in a man's arms. Oh, shame. What woman's lips could betray her dead and kiss another's bed? Not even an animal could be so heartless. Oh, Hector, my love, you brought me here to Troy to be yours. And you were mine, my husband, my love. You meant the world to me. And now you're dead. And I am made a slave of Greece by this horrid war that killed you. You weep for your daughter, but what does Polyxena know of these evils? She's gone. And for me, there is no hope in life, not like what others have. My queen, I refuse to lie to myself and continue to think that there is any good left for me. I refuse to destroy myself that way, no matter how much I wish I could dream it true.
Your pain is my pain!
Your journey is my journey, and I walk the path that you have paved for us, the women of Troy.
Your sorrow is open and pure. It teaches me of my own.
The ships are here. I've never set foot on one, but I've heard tales. Storms break over the fleet, strong winds and rains. Each man works hard to man the mast and break through the storm. The sea, however, overwhelms them, and they cease, yielding to the strong gusts as broken men, their fate now with the wild waters of a furious sea. Still I, in my many sorrows, don't curse what is or wish that other things were true. The waves from the gods have conquered me. I cannot change my fate. But my child, Let Hector and the fates that fell upon him sleep. Weeping for him will not wake him from his eternal slumber, though we both wish it could. Andromache, go to Pyrrhus. Honor him. Let your own gentleness be a prize to lure his heart in. You will be strong. My daughter, honor Hector with your child, his son. Raise him among his enemies. He will grow to be a great man like his father, Andromache. He is my Hector's son. He will grow and rebuild Troy. Our city will be great once again. Astyanax, my grandson, my heart is at rest knowing you hold our city's legacy. Oh, and here comes the messenger, the Greek's puppet, Agamemnon's bitch.
Noble Andromache, the kings have given me very clear orders. It does not bring me joy to tell you this.
What is it? Tell me. I see evil in your eyes.
It has been ordered that your child...
Will he not be coming with me to the same master?
None of the Greeks will be your son's master.
How? I don't understand. What will become of him?
The Greeks have declared that your son will die.
Oh, I could have gone on with Pyrrhus.
Odysseus has decided...
Oh, I'm lost. Oh, my sole joy on this earth, my baby!
that the son of such a Trojan warrior cannot be allowed to grow to manhood. Odysseus...
May the gods make it so for his own sons.
He will be thrown from the high walls of Troy and die. Come now, Andromache. Do not hold so tightly. Don't waste your tears. It is decided. Suffer as a brave woman should in bitter pain. You do not have the strength to resist us. It is best that you hand over the child. He will remain unburied. You must go to Greece.
Oh, I, my best beloved, my cherished one, and leave me here alone. Your father's strength and courage that should have protected you, shielded you from this harm, is what dooms you now. On your precious head, his good is turned to evil. Years ago, I was brought to be his wife, that our child should be Prince of Troy, not another innocent murdered on Greek swords. Crying? Why, my little one, you can't know what it is you are doomed to. But your father will not come. He won't break out of his tomb and come to defend you with his spear and shield. Not him, nor any of his brothers, or even the strength of our high Trojan wall. That wall, how will it be? Thrown from so high? Your neck, oh gods! No one here to weep and bury you. You little thing curling in my arms, can it be that all the weary nights I watched over you and cradled you to my breast were for nothing? That now I lose you far too soon. One last kiss, and never again. Oh, you have found a pain worse than any torture imaginable, you gentle Greeks. Why will you murder this innocent child who has done nothing to hurt you? Nothing! Damn Helen! She has brought down doom upon Troy with her famous beauty. Hate and death are your fathers. Their evil you inherit, and nothing from Zeus. The gods hate and destroy you. Your beautiful eyes, which have ruined Troy, cost me my love, my life, my child!
I love you forever, my child, don't cry. You are my treasure, my sun, earth, and sky. You have a mother who loves you and will till I die. May all the gods above you love
Quick, take him. Do what you will, but I beg that it is fast. Oh, the gods have destroyed me with this. I can't do anything to save my son from death. I've lost my child, my own.
Oh, horrors.
The baby!
Stop this, please!
Go on, Andromache. Leave him. Come, child. We will go to your father's high wall, where your enemies decree your young life will end. Could no one do this task but me?
I go to Paris.
Oh, my daughter. They rob us of our own. Child of my son, you are ours. What can we do? How much farther can we fall? How much farther until we touch the last dead depths of our misery?
These Greeks!
They'll never know peace.
These men.
I'll never see heaven.
They will rot.
And suffer.
And toil.
For nothing.
Nothing.
These Greeks!
Who take and take.
And take.
These men.
Who lie!
And cheat.
And kill.
Will die.
Our beautiful city will live forever.
In song.
Prayer.
As warning.
Our Troy will not die with us.
Our stories will not die with us.
How bright the sun shines on this day, when I can finally lay my hands on that woman, my wife. I did not come to Troy just for her, not like people think, but to get revenge on Paris, the man who stole her away from me. Well, he's gotten what he's deserved, I tell you that. Thanks to the gods, the Greek spear was the last thing he and Troy felt before they both fell. But that's done, and I'm here for her, that woman. I don't want to sully my mouth with her name, though I was married to her once. Just another Trojan, just another prisoner. A slave to kill or bring home alive to Greece, if I want her still. No, I won't kill her here, not in this place. I'll take her home and kill her, for the trouble she's caused me and the comrades I have lost on the plains of Troy. Bring her to me. Drag her by the hair so many died for. We'll take her home to Greece when the wind is right.
Oh, you boundless mystery called Zeus. Whether you are of nature or man's mind, whatever you are, I invoke you, for silently guiding the affairs of men towards the path of justice.
A strange way to pray to the gods, if it even is a prayer.
I understand why you want to kill her, Menelaus, and I agree. But I warn you, whatever you do, don't look at her. Don't look in her eyes. Her looks snare men's minds as surely as Medusa's would petrify their bodies. She's hell for cities, burning destruction for homes and hearts. She'll trick you into helplessness. You and I, we've both suffered her charm, like so many others. We know.
Menelaus, how could you treat me like this when we've just reunited? How could you let your brutes put their filthy hands on me? You really do hate me. But I want to ask you, have the Greeks decided if I'll live or die?
The army turned you over to me. They figured I would kill you for your betrayal.
May I respond to that? May I show you that it would be unjust if you killed me?
I came here to see you die, not to hear you speak.
Let her speak, Menelaus. She shouldn't die without a hearing. But let me question her. I know better than you how she has made Troy suffer. She has no escape.
You may speak. For her sake, not yours.
You hate me so intensely that you won't listen to what I say, no matter how well I say it. No matter. I know exactly what you would accuse me of, and I have arguments in my defense. Paris is the cause of our trouble. This woman here gave birth to him, so she is the mother of the source of all our woe. It was her husband who led to the downfall of Troy, and of me, by letting Paris live. You know the tale. He was raised against prophecy and judged a contest between the goddesses. Athena offered him Trojan victory over Greece. Hera promised him dominion over all of Asia and Europe, an empire. Think then of Aphrodite and what she gave. Aphrodite promised me to him if she won. And she did. I married Paris, and Greece reaped the benefit. I know you'll say I haven't yet addressed my greatest charge against me. My alleged elopement. That I escaped from your house with Paris in secret. I freely admit it, but remember that he came to me with Aphrodite's power behind him. It was Aphrodite, not me, who is to blame for this folly. Go punish her if you think you can.
Liar!
Witch!
Deceiver!
Aphrodite took me against my nature. Troy took me against my will. Paris took me by force. I was more a slave than bride. The gods willed it, and your desire to go against them makes you a fool.
First, I'll defend the goddesses against this libel. Would Athena or Hera ever be so petty and foolish as to sell Argos to the barbarians? Or let the Athenians become slaves of Troy? Over a beauty contest? On Paris's word alone, that young mortal prince, that boy? No, I don't believe it for a second. Why should Hera care for beauty? She is queen of all queens, and she'll not have a better husband than Zeus. Is Athena no longer a maiden goddess who swore to never marry, to remain a virgin always? What does she care for beauty? Don't make the gods fools for your crimes. You claim Aphrodite forced you, that my son forced you. Lies. My son was handsome. You saw him dressed in Asian splendor, his gold all glinting in the sun, and you wanted him. You saw his riches and his youth and his beauty, and you chafed in your palace. Too plain, too dour. Your husband, Menelaus, too plain, too dour, your life. You say my son took you by force. Did you cry out? In Sparta, as you were being dragged off to Trojan slavery, what Greek would not fight to free you? And don't forget how you behaved in Troy. When the tides of war turned in Greece's favor, you taunted Paris, saying Menelaus was better in games of war and love. When they turned back our way, it was as though your husband was a stranger to you. You have no loyalty. You are faithless. If you were a good wife, you would be dead by now, rather hanging by the walls from a rope than be taken by someone other than your husband. Do you remember what I said to you? Leave us, my daughter. There are other girls my sons can marry. I'll help you sneak away. I'll take you secretly to the ships on our shore. Please end this war between the Greeks and Trojans. You spurned me. You prolonged this war for Paris's favor, all the good it did him. You did it for Trojans to bow at your feet. Well, now see how we spit at you, how we would fling you from the walls if only we could. After all this, you have the nerve, witch, in your finery, to breathe the same air as your husband. It would be more fitting for you to be in rags, trembling in shame, humbled by fear instead of basking in arrogant pride. I'm done, Menelaus. Kill this woman.
Menelaus, let the gods' justice be served for the honor of your home and your ancestors. Give your wife what she deserves. Scour the stain of Helen from this world!
I agree with Hecuba's judgment. This is death for you, wife.
No! I am on my knees. This is the gods' crime, not mine. I don't deserve to die. Forgive me, please.
Think of your fallen comrades she has killed. Their children.
Shut up! I haven't listened to her. She shall be brought to the ships for the journey home.
But don't let her sail on the same ship with you.
What, has she grown fat in Troy? Is she too heavy now?
You know what I speak of.
I agree that she should travel on a different ship. When we get to Greece, she will die the wretched death a slut like her deserves. I'll make her an example to all women. Even the most shameless of them will think of the death of Helen with fear.
Zeus, is this what you wanted?
When did you decide you would forsake us?
You betrayed your Trojan temple.
We worshipped you, and you left us with nothing.
Everything we did for you, everything we sacrificed for you, it's gone!
The hymns, the dances, the stories? For what?
My husband.
My brother?
My father.
The children will watch us from another ship be ripped from them.
They'll watch us be carried away by their father's killers. Their mothers subject to slavery. Or worse.
What will happen to my daughter?
What will happen to my sister?
Will we know where they've taken them?
We won't. We won't.
Zeus, if you're listening, if all our sacrifice was for anything, let it be for this. Destroy the Greeks.
Drown them at sea.
Burn their ship with your lightning bolts.
Bury me in the waves before I ever step foot on their shores.
Oh no. A new disaster in the wake of wave after wave of new disaster. Sad women of Troy. Here is the murdered body of Astyanax, cast from the walls to his death.
Hecuba, only one ship remains. The oars are poised and ready above the salt spray, ready to take back the spoils of Odysseus. Paris, son of Achilles, has set sail already, and took Andromache with him. It made me weep to hear her crying as she left, grieving for her homeland, saying goodbye one final time to Hector's tomb. And for little Astyanax, I suppose. She begged Pyrrhus to bury him, your grandchild. She pleaded with him not to take Hector's shield, that bronze-backed shield that so terrified us when he wore it in defense of Troy. She begged him not to mount it over their marital bed, but to leave it here for her child's burial. She asked that Astyanax's body be placed in your care. It's up to you now to do as she wished. Her new master's haste to be wed prevented her from burying the child herself. She's gone now. Do it quickly, and then we can set sail. I have spared you some of the trouble. I washed the corpse and cleaned its wounds so you... It's time, women of Troy, to sail home to Greece. When I say, start moving to the ships, do not disobey. And you, miserable woman, go to Odysseus and do as you are told.
This is it. This is what my suffering has culminated to. My life, my loves, my throne led me here. One last time. Troy, I will salute you one last time. Oh, Troy, our home, our great city, revered across all lands, this is what is left. We are slaves. And you, my home, ashes and dust and fire and ruin, oh gods! Oh gods! Why do I bother? They've never listened to my cries. You won't take me. I'll burn here.
Poor Hecuba. You are broken. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. Dust. Just like the city you called home.
There is no more city!
There is no more Troy.
There are no more men of Troy. There are no more children of Troy. There are no more women of Troy.
Our city.
Children, hear me. I'm with you. I cry with you.
You're crying to dead women, Hecuba.
I'm falling.
I'll follow you to the ground.
To my poor husband.
To our men.
We're dragged away to be slaves.
So far from home.
Alone.
Priam! Priam, unburied, alone in death. You can't see how they're destroying me.
We are forsaken.
Temples, gods, and Troy, alas!
We'll fall with the bodies down to the earth, washed away by time.
How the ash curls up around the city.
Troy is no longer Troy.
Did you feel that?
Did you hear it?
The towers crashing.
The earth has opened to swallow our city. It's time to go. Afraid. Alone. One trembling foot after the other will step into the rest of our lives as slaves.
We'll grieve for our city.
And as we grieve, we'll keep walking.